Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Tuesday the 17th of April 2018. I'm Darren Sinden, and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. Another relatively quiet session on the world's foreign exchanges yesterday. It felt pretty quiet all day, to be honest, and there's no change really overnight. Just a couple of things to flag, and that's on the Australian and New Zealand dollar. Both of these currencies giving up ground against their US rival. The dollar, for its part, happy to sit around 89.41 overnight. That is down slightly since yesterday. Remember, 90 is a key level we see as a psychological barometer for the market's opinions about the dollar. Right then, what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. A pretty busy calendar. We've already had the Reserve Bank of Australia's meetings minutes from their last gathering, and from China we've had retail sales and industrial production data from February, and perhaps most importantly of all, gross domestic product data for Q1 2018, and we'll look at that in a bit more detail, I should say, later on. At 8:30 GMT we'll have average earnings and unemployment data out of the UK. Most of that data is for February, but the unemployment claimant count is for March. At 9 AM GMT we see the release of the influential ZEW survey from Germany, reporting on current situation and economic sentiment data for April. 12:30 GMT sees us across the Atlantic in anticipation of building permits and housing starts data for March out of the US. And at 13:15, the first of today's central bank speakers will take to their feet. In this case, it's the FOMC member Esther Williams that will be speaking. 13:15 will also see the release of industrial production and capacity utilization data for the US for March. And at 1400 we'll have the second of Fed speakers today, and that's the Fed's Quarles speaking at 1400, as I say. And then at 1500, an hour later, FOMC member Harker will be speaking, and the day will be wrapped up at 2140 with the final speech of the day from FOMC member Bostic, who must be one of the busiest men in banking at the moment. Right, breaking news and comment then that's caught my eye overnight. First of all, China Q1 GDP for 2018 beats forecast at 6.8% versus the market's gauge of 6.7% and the official figure of 6.5%, and that may help to allay fears of a slowdown in the mainland Chinese economy. Meanwhile, sterling has tested to its highest levels against the dollar since the Brexit referendum in early Asian trade this morning. And staying in Asia, Japan's PM Shinzo Abe is heading to Florida to meet with Donald Trump for talks on North Korea, trade, international relations, etc. at the exclusive Mar-a-Lago resort, one of Mr. Trump's favourite venues. Food for thought then, something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond. Well, why not think about this? As we move deeper into US Q1 earnings season, FactSet looks at the drivers for earnings surprises among US 500 companies that have reported Q1 numbers. FX moves are the most frequent item mentioned, with positive effects reported twice as many times as negative ones thus far. You can see that ratio here in the bottom chart, and in the top chart, individual factors listed and reported by S&P 500 companies. Please take a moment then to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks or the suitability of these products for you, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative.